Hello and welcome. This is Joshua from I Am One of the People B.O.R. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about blessings. Um, I'm going to give a little witness of what God does in my life. Okay. Well, yesterday I went down and bought us a money order to pay my rent with. And when I came home, when I went to the store and got it, I put it in my back pocket. And when I came home, I guess it had fell out of my back pocket. Okay. Now, this is the first time I've ever in my life at 52 years old ever have lost any money. And I was panicked. I went to the store, came straight home, was going to fill it out, and it was gone. And so I ran outside, searched everywhere, ran back to the store, searched the whole store, had the people at the store look at the camera and see if they could see on camera when it fell out of my pocket, if it fell out in the store. And he determined that no, it didn't fall out because as I exit the store, you could see it sticking out of my pocket a little bit. Now, I get in my car and I come home. It's gone. And my wife and I were nearly in tears because we have no other money to repay this if it's gone. And we prayed. I prayed so much last night that God would provide a way for us to either get it reimbursed to us or for us to be able to get it paid. I know that He could open doors that you wouldn't even see as a person. So we prayed. Well, yesterday after I got back from the store, I called my landlord right away and I told him what had happened, and told him the amount of the money order and where I had got it from and stuff like that. So he understood that I wasn't trying to not pay. I needed to get this found or reimbursed so I could go ahead and pay him. Well, this morning I get woke up to a phone call from him early this morning about 7 o'clock. And the person here, a contractor who happened to come to the apartments where we're at, was working on the glass entry doors. And as he was working on it, the money order blew up from the wind and stuck onto the little cement parking stopper where you pull up to in the parking lot, and right in front of him. And he happened to see it, and at first he thought it was just a piece of trash. So he was going to walk away. Then something told him to turn around and look at it again, and he did. He turned around and looked at it again and realized that it was a money order. So he picked it up and he looked even closer at it and realized that it was a valid money order that was unsigned and was still good. And so he put it onto his clipboard, continued walking around doing his inspections on the doors to see which ones he needed to continue working on. And as he made his rounds all the way around the complex, walking back to where he was working, the receipt of the money order happened to flicker in the wind, and he seen it, and he looked at it and realized, oh, wow, it was face up, so he could see the amount of money, and he just looked down and happened to catch his eye, and he realized, oh Lord, this is the receipt to this money order, and he found out that it was purchased. So this gentleman had so much care in his heart that he thought, man, I better put these two together, because that way they could figure out who it belongs to with the last four digits of the credit card it was purchased from. Well, he goes back into his truck, and he's sitting there and he's waiting for someone to happen to come out and look panicked, looking for it to see if he could see who it is that lost it. Well, an hour or two went by and nobody had come out. Nobody seemed to be looking for it. So God put it on his heart. He weighed his heart and told him to call the landlord and let the landlord know what the situation was. So he calls the landlord, and because I had called the landlord the day before and told him what happened, the landlord knew right away who it was and who it belonged to. So he calls me right after he gets off the phone with him, letting me know that it was found. Now, he didn't just give it to me because he wanted to make sure, even though he believed it was mine, he wanted me to show him that it was purchased off my card, which I have so much respect for both of them. One, the gentleman who could have took it and did whatever he wanted to, because it's same as cash. It wasn't signed. It was nothing was filled out on it. So and he had the receipt of it. So he could have took it down and just cashed it and got the money for it. But he didn't. He was an honest man. And if he would have done that, me and my wife possibly would have been out of our home. And then my landlord, on top of that, I have to respect his decision. Even though he knew that the amount was the same as what I said, he still wanted to make sure with the proof of the receipt before he turned it over to me, because it could have been someone else's. And I have to respect both of them. It just confirmed to me, again, not that I needed it, but it did confirm to me again how much God blesses us in our lives. You know, I feel people that are rich don't get to have these awakening moments like poorer people, because it doesn't hit them the same. And it saddened my heart to think about that I feel the blessings. I feel the blessings in my life every day, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the life that God has given me today. I have a beautiful family, wonderful children who I love and adore, and I am blessed to have a relationship with a God that loves me so much that he takes care of my needs for me. He had my back because I neglected to check my pocket before exiting my car to make sure that that thing was safe, which is very rare for me. I've never done it before. And the time that I didn't do it, it disappeared. And it just reminded me that he's there. The coincidence is too great to call it coincidence. I mean, if the wind would have blew in any other direction, this thing would have been lost forever. Or somebody else could have possibly found it and cashed it, and we would have been without it. But God had a plan for it to restore our faith and give me this opportunity to reach out to others and give testimony of how great God is. If you believe God is great and you feel His blessings in your life, I hope you watch this. Push like, comment on what you feel, how God blesses you in your life. This is a real life testimony. This is truth that God exists, to me anyway. And I hope you can see it too. This is a short one. Thanks, guys. I hope to hear back from people. Please push like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I really, really need to get the subscriptions up, and I know God is going to find a way to get into people's hearts and do that for me to help this channel grow. Right now I'm blessed. I'm excited because this is a new channel and I already have 2,000, almost 3,000 views, and I have 40 subscribers. So I'm very excited. I know a lot of people who might hear this might say that's not very much, but starting out from zero, 9 days ago, 10 days ago now, to today, I'm now at almost 3,000 views and 40 subscribers. I'm blessed today. Thank you, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys.